Taking off Kev defeats the purpose.
Yeah. I was like, all the moves I made and shit, and didn't, because I'd have been traded Aaron Rodgers if we ain't had Cap. I'd have been did that shit.
We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dive up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, I should have been a pick, cuz.
Through the contact, it's incomplete.
And I should have been a pick.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This man won't fuck out.
Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
Damn. They got that shoelace tackle.
Back, but it leads now to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you want the ball in this situation. You might come back again because I do believe you'll do it a second time.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely love.
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Whoa.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Man, I didn't want to held that block. That would have been a touchdown.
At the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Buying time is left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very
Bucket.
manageable.
Do this shit.
Love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and
I
goal.
don't know what it is. There's some kind of glitch. Every time I try to run QB blast, they put my kicker in.
For real?
Yeah.
They'll try to run with
That
McCaffrey.
shit happen like every franchise. I try to do it with my Ravens team. I just did it now with my Steelers. Every time I do it, they put the kicker in.
Two out of that run, and it's going to bring
I
up a
don't
second
know.
and goal.
The first time I didn't even notice it.
Here's second and goal, operating
I'm
from
like,
the
damn, I
8-yard
can do
line.
that shit.
Here's second and 8. Steps away to his left.
Oh, good catch, baby.
Caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would have meant nowhere to escape,
go, Nick.
and
Oh,
he
that's
goes
Joey.
down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check the hot read.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now second and 7 from the 23. Here's a second and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. This is McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got 4. We got 4.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw here. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Is that tonight, the draft, or when is that?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25
Am I
plays.
singing this shit?
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Rodgers rolling to his left. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. D Ford in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Man, I feel good.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the
I got out that hole.
Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the throw going to be taken in by the tight end to Joku. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 23 yards, the final tally. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of...
Oh! I got lucky. Thought that was a hit.
From 6 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put put any points up, this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, he got lucky.
That
should have been my pick.
10 yards on the pick.
That shit right over my head.
That was a nice run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. The ball popped in the air and
Who
intercepted.
caught that? Caden Stearns?
Picked
Oh,
off
this shit.
inside the 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Is that saying something?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got things. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
Come on, Devin Bush.
Plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And I should have stayed with him.
Scoreboard. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on his stat sheet as well.
47? Yeah, damn.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, boy. 50. 36. 36.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually, and oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
He's lagging like a motherfucker, man.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Second and 6. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 27, Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On play action, Rodgers dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Returning it is Moore. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Go, go, go. Check, 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 check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Switch, switch, switch.
Back to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments. Well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play. Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract over this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
What kid?
I don't know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next.
No, free agent, huh?
And let's face it,
this free agent? I'm gonna check it after this game.
It's kind of important for one reason.
Any good free agents?
You got to get points. But you get points. You feel a little bit better.
So I got like 50 mil, so I should be able to sign somebody.
You better come get some.
Yeah, I'm gonna check after this game.
Oh.
I gotta see if Aaron Rodgers retired. See if I'm gonna need a quarterback.
Nah, he didn't.
No, I got Mike start his ass another year then.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see that nigga statue until you might go on here let that nigga go.
Yeah, that nigga still got a fucking
penalty, hell yeah. 31 mil.
I can't get rid of him. I'm stuck. That's the only reason I kept him this long.
Pass leader, lead, John slinging, dashing head out.
Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yeah,
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Yeah, because you got that 93 throw power.
Yeah. What's his rating? Like an 85 or some shit?
82.
Damn. Shit. If I get a nigga with a dev shit, I'm like, sit his ass. So this nigga. We just did that shit for nothing. I'm about to be mad as hell. Did this nigga close his app?
Say what?
I was beating this nigga 42-0 with 3 minutes left and we lost connection. Now I don't think he closed his app because his green dot's still on. But I'm about to kick this nigga just cause.
Is he ass?
Is this nigga in my other league?
That nigga ain't saying that when he DC. Man, I need help on the offensive end. Now offensive 84, defensive 92.
I was getting stats like a motherfucker too.
What you doing?
I was checking his injury. She got corona.
Oh, she got corona?
I was about to quit. I was about to kick this nigga, man.
She said she feel bad. When she get it?
I don't know, since she ain't run no fever, she feel bad.
Damn.
She went to the ER.
She went to the ER?
Yep. We got tested. She ain't no joke. She went to this morning, she was on her way to work. To the ER.
I'll find out she had it.
She ain't no joke, man.
I'm about ready to kick this nigga, man. That shit pissed me off.
I tested negative for corona at work, so I must got that shit out. I tested negative.
What's this nigga?
Yeah, work on her.
What do y'all do today? So what you do demon shopping doing out there?
I don't fucking stats or nothing, man.